live.
You certainly are now.
Ooh, I'm all nervous. I'm live on the internet. Poor internet.
You're famous.
Oh, yay. Yay. Now I'm going to write a book, you know. I'll write a book and sell my story to OK Magazine.
You've appeared on different channels as well, so
Have I?
you're famous.
Oh, yeah. This is, you know, inter-channel cross-pollination and stuff. I'm going to steal all your subscribers, Craig.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they see the sheer output of nonsense that I'm capable of, they'll be like, oh yeah, 100% subscribing to this idiot.
Well, you appeared on the Chilling Wargamers, didn't you?
Did I?
Yes. You was at Mantic's Open Day.
Oh yeah, right, okay. Yes, of course. I remember that important and
You had an interview with them.
yeah, I totally, yes, how could I forget such an important and monumentous day of my life? Oops.
Well,
I
these
Okay.
things happen. These things happen, I suppose.
Yeah, you know. I can only try my best with my memory. It's not a great memory, but it's mine, at least.
Yep. So, what's next?
World domination, I do believe.
Thinking about trying to have a go at this. I ain't got a clue what this guy is. I don't know whether he's a.
Let's have a look at him.
I think he's an aura.
Yeah, that's an. And is it autark or
It's an autark, and that's it.
whatever that is? That's what. Yeah, that's what he is.
I don't know what colours to paint him.
Well, you can either paint him flashy colours if you want to attract attention to him, or really dark colours, so no one notices him.
Well, seeing as all my army's black. Black and bone.
Yeah, he's not going to have any trouble blending in.
I'm wondering whether do I do like the cape black, or do I do the cape bone? The armour's going to be black, because this needs to go and follow like the Guardians. So certain points of them may be picked out as bone. So I think we might end up going bone on this one with cape.
That's a good choice, you know. I believe that you will not regret this decision.
I've just got a problem shading bone.
Yep, it's a bugger.
I wonder what colour I could mix in with bone to make it darker.
I think I know the one, you know. I think I know the one. If I could just put my hands on it. Yeah. Do you have a paint called Zandri Dust?
I have every single one of the Citadel paints, but not the new range.
Ah, right, okay.
A new colour.
It's...
Does it say base or layer or anything like that on the bottle?
base on it.
Oh, it's a new one. Right, so... Right, I can work with that, because I have the full colour conversion chart. What did you say it was? Was it Zandri Dust?
Assembly dust.
Dust, dust, dust. Is that like a brown?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there we are. Bubonic brown.
Well, that would be my suggestion for colours. It might work, it might not.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that would work. Now to find it. Murphy! Murphy!
The dog
Yeah.
getting excited.
Well, it was bubonic brown, didn't they?
Yep. Well, I mean, it might do for the stage. Maybe like using washes of Seraphim Sepia and Devlin Mud might help. Go really dark if you want that. I don't know what else to suggest. You have.
I wonder if I used vermin brown into it.
It's worth a go.
Let's have a wee shot with that. We'll see what it comes out like on a paint palette.
What was that?
What?
I missed what you said.
I said we'll see what it comes out like on my wet palette here.
Yeah.
It's only a base coat anyway, so. Oh dear. No.
Not good, I take it?
No, that's not going to work. I've ended up with something rather horrible.
Oh dear.
Maybe I need to go for something lighter than vermin brown. What have we got? Maybe that one. The Commando khaki one. That might be a really nice colour.
It's worth a try. It's worth a try.
Gretchen green.
Ah, the classic. The classic.
Tin Blitz. Desert yellow. That desert yellow looks quite nice. That might be the one for me. Yep. That's going to work really nice. So what was that?
The only other suggestion I've got is maybe look up some of Clayton's photos on Facebook, because he uses a lot of
Well,
bone colour. So yeah.
yeah, but I probably won't be able to tell what colour it was that he used.
Mm.
But I think I found the fella. I've already started to have committed. I'm doing it this desert yellow colour. And I'm quite happy with the way that it's going on.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
It's quite a nice. I've never used this paint before. It's new.
Excellent.
See, like a week before they changed all the paints,
Yeah.
I went and purchased all. I bought the mega paint set, and then 2 weeks later they went and released that they were redoing the whole paint range.
That must have been annoying.
Yeah, really was. But hey ho, I've got a colour chart converter.
So
When,
life's not so bad.
when the new paints came out. It's in PDF format as well, so it's constantly on my PC. Because how long have the new paints been out now? About 3 years.
Must be.
And I only own one of the new paints. Do you find them better to paint with, or?
The new paints. This is the biggest collection of paints I've ever had. And arguably this is the best at painting I have ever been. So I think the range of colours that they cover is enough. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, if there was any other colours that I wanted particularly, then I think I would more likely just try and mix it. The reason I say that is because although I'm sure Vallejo do good paints, their model, is it model colour? The model
Yeah.
colour is absolutely massive, you know? And I don't think, well, for my personal taste, I don't need that. Well, I don't think I need that. I may dip into it, I may not, you know, call me a hypocrite later. But, so I think it covers enough. The paints themselves can vary. The bases, some of the bases can be a normal consistency. Some of the bases can be like just like blobs, you know. And
Yeah.
I find that strange. Is that supposed to be like that? Is it supposed to be so varied inconsistency? Because Games Workshop doesn't bloody say, you know, it doesn't say like, hey, you know, this is the consistency of our bases.
Yeah.
And the layers, I think, are fine. The biggest letdown to the Games Workshop paints is, I mean, the bottles have improved an awful lot, but still, you know, they're not dropper bottles, and I think yeah, I'm, I definitely think dropper bottles is the way to go. So that's their biggest drawback. As far as quality of paint goes, again, quality of pigment, should we say? Because we've
Yeah,
talked about consistency. Um, I can't really, I can't really tell. I mean, the quality of the pigment seems fine to me, but then you'll get other people saying some are better than others. So yeah, I mean, some of the paints they do, like they do these special dry brush paints, and I bought one. Well, I accidentally bought two, but I bought one to try it, and they're not really that useful. You know, I
yeah,
can't. If when Games Workshop ever reviews their stuff, like I can't imagine. I'll be surprised if they're the main part of it. But then
yeah,
again, you get colours like this blood for the blood god, and that's actually been quite difficult for me to get hold of because it's been out of stock and stuff. So yeah, their technical range is a bit varied in terms of how good it is.
yeah.
So
The technical paints I think are actually really good. Um,
yeah,
I've not been able to get hold of Blood for the Blood God yet. You can buy it. You can get them on eBay.
yeah,
The one thing that really I would have liked to have seen, I would have liked them to have done a technical paint set with all of them in.
oh yeah, yeah.
Because I would have bought that definitely.
Well, yeah,
Because there's three or four technical paints that I definitely want to add to my arsenal. And one of them's Blood for the Blood God, and one's that other the Crackling Earth one.
yeah.
The
Well,
other
actually,
one, the other one's that one that oh, what is it? It's like the copper sort of effect, when like copper turns to the green, verdigris or something like that. I think it's called.
yeah,
It's
yes. Well, they're the only company, as far as I can tell, out there actually doing this stuff. So good for them, actually trying to,
oh
innovate and stuff.
the technical stuff.
Yeah.
Vallejo does it as well.
Ah, right. There you go then.
So does Army Painter, and so does there's another one as well. MIG have their own version as well.
And now I know, I know Games Workshop didn't start texture paints. Some other company was doing them before them. Well, at least that's the impression I get. But I do like their texture paints for basing. Makes it so much easier.
I'm not sure if to comment on that one. Too not too aware of that.
Well,
But I know Vallejo are doing some really cool stuff with their paints at the moment. Like their golds are probably one of the best I've ever used.
fair enough. I mean, like with when it comes to paint, it's quite subjective about what you like. But fair dues to Games Workshop for one thing. Lamiant medium, that that thinner,
Yep.
that is very impressive. Because I've tried other thinners, um, And out of all of them, like I haven't tried them all, but I've tried some others. And out of the ones I've tried, that laminate medium is definitely the best. So yeah, props to Games Workshop for getting that one 100% right.
So the only sort of thinner that I've really used for acrylic paints is the drying retarder from Vallejo. And to be honest, it didn't really do it for me.
Right.
But for like all my terrain building and stuff, I use Winsor and Newton stuff that you get just from Hobbycraft and that, and it's brilliant. That's what I've been plopping on all these Eldar that I've been doing. That's how I got that. That's how I've got that avatar to the way he's got like eight coats. I just wish my camera was clear so he would actually stand out a bit further.
So you've been painting it with what is it? Dale and Loney acrylics?
No, it's just the thinner. It's all Citadel colours that I've done used on him. But
I'm with you now.
But I've been using the acrylic thinner from Winsor and Newton. You know, just prevents it drying out dead quick.
Well, yeah, that's one thing the paint does do, like, if you're not careful.
So I'm trying to improve my painting skill a little bit more, because I've never been one for I've never really been a great painter.
Well, from the defiler you showed ages back, you seem like a good painter to me.
I think that one was just freak luck. I mean, the comments that I got from my wave serpent were
Encouraging?
yeah. You know, it's sort of like encouraged me to try harder with my painting. You know, not to be frightened to try different techniques. Ones that either I didn't think that I would be good enough to try, or ones that I would not venture into.
I think you're better than you think.
So,
You're better than you think, because, like...
So here's a just a completely different random question for you. If you was going to get into any new gaming system that you're not already into, what would it be and why?
Oh, okay then. So many choices. I mean, there's some nice looking models in Malifaux. Shout out to Chris Gibbs. Those tree things in Malifaux. The tree things. Oh yeah. Um. And I mean, I might do Warhammer Fantasy Battle because of wood elves and ents and tree men and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, even like I don't know whether you could technically. I'm sort of technically into Necromunda, so that doesn't count. More time would be tempting. Oh my word, that's a really difficult question. You know,
It is, isn't it? It's kind of a taxing one because
there's so
there's
much good stuff out there.
yeah.
I mean, Firestorm Armada. Firestorm Armada, you know? It looks good, it looks good. Um, hmm,
No.
you know what? I think it would be... I think it would be Beyond the Gates of Antares, or however you say that word. It's, that's, you know the one, Rick Priestley's work in progress game. Because although it is only a work in progress at the moment, I think that game is going to go places. You know, I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of potential there. I mean, I can't think of any other sci-fi settings I really want. The one sci-fi setting that I really did want, the company for that has already gone bust. Curse them. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's it. How about you?
Right. So that question for me, that would be that's going to be really hard because I'm into everything.
Um,
Obviously, I've got Dead Zone. Um, Actually, no, there is another one that I would like to get into, and that's that zombie one. I've forgotten the name of it now.
Typical, isn't it?
Yeah,
Zombie
it's
game.
it's actually called Zombie something. I can't remember what it is. It's like zombie.
Zombicide?
Sorry, what was that?
Zombicide?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, right, okay.
That would be the next one that I would like to get into. So, because I just like the miniatures, I like the way that the game runs, and I like the way that I like the whole concept of it being like a board game.
Cool, cool.
It just looks really nice. So let's see. So
That's fair
got a
enough.
question there with what mini was that before? And painting minis were always the worst critic. Yeah, I'm definitely my worst critic. And the miniature I was showing before was my Elder Avatar. That one there. It's just a work in progress at the moment.
It looks nice. It's nice, you know?
But yeah, so what is your favourite miniature of all time?
Okay. You don't stop with the difficult questions, do you?
No, that's just what would make it a little bit more interesting, eh?
Oh no, it's good, it's good. Favorite miniature of all time? Well, okay. I'll narrow it down to 3, and then I'll
Yeah.
think about it. The original. Oh, what's my phone going? Either the Tree Men from 3rd edition Warhammer Fantasy.
Oh yeah.
They're one of those models that, you know, I never had when I was a little kid, and I always thought they looked as cool as, you know.
Yeah. I used to like units from them.
Pardon?
I used to like the Dryads.
Yeah, again, other good models, and I kind of go a bit mad for anything entish.
Yeah.
Um,
Living tree form.
Either them or the Survivor from Dead Zone. Really like that
Oh yeah.
model.
I'm not sure if it's worth me actually answering that question.
I know what the answer will be.
Go on.
Well, for you, it's going to be Nagash.
Yeah, that's correct.
I know you too well.
Well, not only that, I put up a video with my top 5 favourite models on it.
Oh yeah, you did. There's so many models, difficult to pin down because I think Wraith Lords are super cool. They're my favourite Eldar unit, you know. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I do like Guardians, but you know, Wraith Lords. And Ezekiel from Dark Angels because you know, guy's a total badass with his mind powers and stuff. Uh, so there's 4. Um, damn. Out of all them, I'd say it's a draw between either the Survivor or the Tree Men.
Yeah.
I couldn't pick a number one. But
Well, that's his cape done. I've given it
nice,
very, very. That's the colour it's turned out.
nice. That's a good
Base.
start.
And
That's
then I
excellent.
think do a 50-50 mix of bone over that. You know, I might get where I want to be. That's a really nice colour. I've never used it before. Desert yellow.
Nice. It
I
looks
wonder
it.
what the I wonder what the conversion is for that. Oh, it's not. It's actually not on here.
Who?
That's strange.
So do you want to mention any of your favourite models?
Well, my favourite model of all time is going to be Nagash,
New or old model?
new model. The new model's my favourite model, full stop, and it will be for quite some time. If not forever. But before Nagash, I'll go before Nagash maybe. What was my favourite model before Nagash? Probably the Reverend Titan.
Nice.
The Four Wars Reverend Titan. That was awesome. It's an awesome, awesome miniature. Oh, you can't call it a miniature because it's absolutely massive. And I need to find mine. I don't know where it is.
Have you got the new Nagash?
Yeah. Yep, I have the new Nagash.
Excellent.
He was pre-ordered. As soon as I heard that he was coming out, I was checking for him constantly. So I got him on the day of release. Turned up at my door, and opened the box. I looked at all the plastic goodness, and then I realised I wasn't talented enough to paint it. So he sat in his box.
Some miniatures can be intimidating like that. I know the feeling. I mean, I've got an Eighth Knight sort of looking at me over there in its box. I haven't done anything with it. But hey, you know, if you carry on as you are, you'll be into that box and painting it up before you know what's what.
Well, I'm going to be painting the gash with my airbrush, so I need to get better with my airbrush before I come and start trying to fiddle about with him. But it's because like of all the flames that sort of around him, you know, like the spirit host or whatever that's like encasing him, that he's sort of like levitating on. It's that bit. I think that I need to get better with my airbrush, because I'd like to do all like the sort of transitioned layers, like right from like a deep blue right at the bottom, right to like a pure white right at the top.
Nice, nice. You know, I'm trying to think of my most hated model. Oh,
I know what mine is.
go on.
Torux.
Hmm.
Can't stand it.
Does look a bit wonky.
Just cannot stand the model.
I just thought of a. Well, no, I've thought of something. It's not my most hated model. It's the biggest disappointment, I think.
Yeah.
When comparing the new kit with the old, is the Militarum Tempestus, the ones that placed the old Stormtroopers and Cadian Kasrkin models.
Yep.
Because those Cadian Kasrkin models, though they were one-piece metals, like they looked really cool. They looked like, you know, they had the same aesthetic links to the Cadian models, but they did look so much better. Like you instantly saw them and you thought, oh, like these guys are something special. But these new ones, they look less like the military aesthetic of the Guard, and more like the aesthetic leans more towards sort of knights, or perhaps even English Civil War soldiers.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because like the armor on the Kaskins and the Cadians, it all looks very, you know, military and stuff. But if you look at mainly because it's, you know, like kind of flat and it's angular, and you look at the armor on the new stuff, the new Stormtroopers, look at the breastplate. It's sort of like a little pop belly sort of thing, and it's got the little skirts just at the waistline, and that reminds me of English Civil War era armor. So when you've got those guys rolling around in this in a Turox, which is supposed, it's just a mismatch of aesthetics for my taste, you know. They've based the Turox on the new, the most up-to-date fighting vehicles, you know, the army have, and yet they've gone for the armor style of these, you know, special forces guys. They've gone way back in They seem to have gone way back in time, and it just makes it look odd on the table for my. Well, it just makes it look odd for my money. So that was a disappointment.
It was
Yeah,
quite,
it's sort of like
it's
could have
quite,
been so much better.
it's quite funny to say about like the Torok's being like the most modern. It's not actually the most modern. It's quite outdated now.
Is it? Oh right.
Because if you look, it looks like the Marauder, and the Marauder's been out for years, as far as I'm aware.
Well, we couldn't have Games Workshop getting too current now, could we?
So that's one reason why I don't like it, is because there's better looking military vehicles now than there is that's supposed to be in the year 40,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Should be levitating or something like that.
Well, yeah, yeah. The Russians are supposedly working on floating tanks, although whatever came of that, I don't know. I mean, skimmers for Imperial Guard wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Because there's another military vehicle which is called the Big Dog, I think it's called, and it's like a transporter, but it actually looks like a big robotic dog.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that British?
for American. I've seen like a video of it. It's just like a big pack herder. They just they just put like tons of backpacks and stuff on it, and it walks over all the sort of terrain and everything. Apparently, it can't fall over.
Right, interesting. Well, Craig, it's gotten a bit late in the evening for me. I've got stuff to sort out, so I am going to have to beetle off now.
Yep, I'm gonna pack away very shortly anyway and head to my bed.
It's been excellent talking to you. Thank you for having me on your live hangout, and
And you?
I will speak to you in good time.
Okie dokie.
Bye.
See you later.